All right. So then this happened. Mama Tulsi. We have a few things to cover with her. First off, she
is amazing.
Fucking torched Kamala Harris, and it was really funny to watch. Secondly, she keeps putting out workout videos. She knows what she's doing. She's putting them out. Like, it's not like other people are putting her. She's posting her daily like CrossFit workout videos. You know what you're doing, Tulsi.
She knows that.
So this is her against. This is her. I guess there was a back and forth with Kamala Harris.
Congresswoman Gabbard, you took issue with Senator Harris confronting Vice President Biden at the last debate. You called it a, quote, false accusation that Joe Biden is a racist. What's your response?
I want to bring the conversation back to the broken criminal justice system that is disproportionately negatively impacting black and brown people all across this country today. Now, Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. There are too many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana.
One. That's one. She's not done yet. That's one.
By the way, Kamala's not happy.
No, she is. Look at that.
This fucking
Look at
Who
that.
does this fucking bitch even think she is?
Exactly.
She's right now, she's in her head going, I've been in this party for motherfucking 20 years. This bitch, does she even know who I've had
Do you
to
know how
fucking...
many old
that's what I was going to say. You know how many
dicks
people I had
I've
to
had in my
fuck
mouth?
to get in the fucking... This fucking bitch thinks who the fuck she is out there in fucking broke-ass Hawaii, barely a fucking state, that she's just going in a fucking cycle, and she's like, I'd like to know why...
God, I would give anything if there was a way we could hear their thoughts, like mic their thoughts. Can you imagine the stuff they think about each
Kamala,
other?
it's weird because I've locked up less black people than you have. But I mean, hey, whatever. And she's like, this fucking cunt. This cunty cunt. She's so mad.
For marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so.
That's actually true.
She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way.
Thank you, Congresswoman.
By the way, this unfolded live.
Yeah.
As soon as she did this, bro, you want to talk about Google Trends and you want to talk about search engine, like search results. This bitch skyrocketed. In that moment, everybody was like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
This is before the second debate. So this is Google Trends.
And to provide context, this is before the debate. So this isn't what people are really thinking. This is what the media has been telling you to think leading up to the debate.
Right after the debate.
This is what people were really thinking during the debate.
Right. So here's what happened. There's a lot of stuff that's going on. So we know that Tulsi is suing Google for $50 million.
$50 million. God bless you.
Right after her last debate, she did pretty well. And she
based mommy. I love her.
And for 6 hours, they locked her out of her AdSense account and wouldn't let her run ads afterwards. Well, something similar happened, but it wasn't with Google. Even though these are the trends are pretty much everybody was searching for Tulsi Gabbard. Now, here's the thing. She was not trending on Twitter at all after the debate. She didn't trend until 6 hours after the debate was over. She wasn't trending on Twitter. So they weren't letting... Kamala Harris was trending. When Warren and Bernie, they were trending when they did their debates.
I didn't even realize that. Like, I knew they were doing some fucking with her, but I didn't realize they just killed her.
So... Even though now this makes zero sense.
She was definitely trending.
If you are the most searched person on Google, that always coincides with trends on Twitter. Always, it always does. There's never a time that it doesn't.
It's a natural. If you don't fuck with the numbers, it's a natural, organic thing. So if the number one thing on Google, is going to be the number one thing on the nation's mind is going to collectively become the thing, but they're not always good at communicating with each other, so sometimes they kind of expose one another. You know what I mean? Like the Google info is exposing Twitter.
So this is one of the... There's a couple different theories going around. I'll tell you one, and then, Mike, I know you told me a different one, but here's one of the theories that people on the left... This is Seth Abramson. verified. He's a New York Times bestseller, whatever. The typical Newsweek writer. I think
Everyone is a New York Times bestseller.
Yeah, he's a Newsweek writer. This is what he wrote right after the debate. As these startling different maps suggest, the ones that I just showed you, there's a concerted far-right effort, possibly involving foreign actors, to bolster Tulsi Gabbard. I'm not blaming Gabbard for this, and I don't think anyone should, but we also have to be honest about what's happening. Zero proof. He has zero proof. He has zero facts. There's nothing to back this. There is nothing to back this. The problem is, like you said, she is doing good. Now look, I wouldn't vote for Gabbard. I really don't want a Democrat in there. I know she's open borders. I'm not sitting here. I'm not one of those like, oh, I'm not going to vote for her. That's not a thing I want to do. However, it's worth showing you because for a Democrat, she's moderate. Really, for a Democrat,
she's an old school. She's a '90s Democrat.
Exactly. For a like you know would have struggled in these debates, and I mean this seriously. Obama would have. Obama's if his policies and everything. If he ran, he wouldn't because he's a shapeshifter. He's really good at playing to the room. But if he, let's say, were to run on the same policies, he wouldn't. They would be making fun of him. They'd be like, "Shut up, De Blasio. Nobody cares. What do you have to say, stupid? Nobody gives a shit." So this is one of the theories out there. They think that it's one of those maybe this all leads back to what you said at the beginning of the show. The entire country is not the little portions that they pull out that these people are extreme leftists. They're not. The entire country, if you're a Democrat, for example, the entire country thinks more like she does. You know what I mean? Like, we need renewable energy, but, we shouldn't be going to war everywhere, and we can't be, a more moderate approach.
My only issue, and I was telling you this off the airs, I wouldn't vote for her just like you, because all of the wonderful things that Tulsi Gabbard wants to do, she's not going to be allowed to do when she becomes president. So she's just going to do the gun grabbing and the open borders bullshit. She's never going to get around to not going to war. That seems to be, it doesn't matter who the fuck you put in the White House.
Right.
Once Goldman Sachs and fucking, the State Department and all these people sit down with you, they're like, no. You're going to war with Iran. You don't have to do it today. You don't have to do it in August. But we're going to war with Iran whether you like it or not. Or you're going to do a parade in an open limo. Look, we're not fucking playing around here. So they know the deals. Tulsi's not going to change the world, but this is indicative of the fact that she is organically liked. Her ideas are liked. Her vibe is loved. And I've never, even with Bernie, this is the first, even with Trump, with the Republicans, I've never seen a more transparent, a more transparently manufactured campaign to destroy a woman and countersignal her in such a short time. I mean, they were ready to put the boots to her the minute those debates were over. And it was like, where is this all coming from?
And maybe the reason that people were searching for her was because she trounced. In that little back and forth, she trounced somebody who, like Mike said, has been in the Democratic Party her whole life, her whole adult life. She's been groomed basically to be a part of this party. She was being groomed for high levels in this party. And Tulsi Gabbard she's 30, she's 35, 36. She's 36. She's younger than me.
I love that.
She's 36 years old. And that's another reason she's letting that gray streak come in, because she's trying to be like, oh, no, I actually have knowledge.
Yeah,
no, you're not. No, you're not.
And by the way, it's probably hair dye.
Of course it's hair dye.
There's no way you're not graying in a perfect streak like that in your 30s.
Now, I have a theory. I have a theory that the reason that they're not letting her is because of how good she works out.
What we do is continue to lead with our hearts.
We should watch for signs just to see.
We're fighting for. So thank you very much. I feel good. We're going to head over to the debate venue and get ready for tonight.
Congresswoman Gabbard, why you weigh in here?
Donald Trump and his cabinet are creating a situation, leading us into a new Cold War, an arms race, costing us trillions.
Okay, and that's the other thing. I'm glad. Oh, that gray streak. That's definitely their hair dye.
Hey.
That's definitely hair dye. That's God, you're right. That's definitely hair dye.
Fucking Paulie Walnuts over here. I don't. Hey, Tone. Why are we spending trillions of dollars going to war?
Dude, It's really that's
Like,
what
it's
that is.
Yeah, come on, Tulsi, I like you, but don't start with this shit. Don't you start with this focus group bullshit.
So these are the. She's also knows what she's doing. She's leaning into the Mama Gabbard, the Mama Tulsi stuff because she's posting these. This isn't like somebody's filming her at an Anytime Fitness working out.
Starting out,
she's
this
posting these workout videos, and she knows what she's doing. You know what I mean? Like she knows what she's doing with
So I
these,
know we're
right?
running on low sleep, low fuel. Today's going to be a big day, an important day. All we got to do is continue to lead with our hearts and remember.
But you
why
would,
we're
right?
doing
You
what
have
we're
to.
fighting for.
What?
So thank you very much.
Well, but why are you asked the question like it's even remotely in doubt?
Just getting caught up.
She
on
is.
She's not questioning.
Look. She's even did this shot for the dudes that are in defeat. She's pandering to everybody here, dude.
That's true.
She's-
You know what?
This was on purpose.
That's actually very well played.
This was on purpose.
This is the perfect image. Here's why.
Yeah.
Feet for the feet weirdos.
Yes.
Wet hair
Yeah, I was gonna
with a
say that.
phone is a female version of Obama's sleeves rolled up in
Yes.
no tie.
Getting the hair,
Hey
getting
man,
the job done.
look, I'll finish getting dressed, but man, I'm already got work to do. You know what I mean? I don't even have my coffee yet. And I'm out here hustling. You know, that's what it is.
You're right. You're right.
And then, hey, we could throw some feet in there. Because no dude would ever show their feet. Right?
I don't know what Obama's feet look like. Exactly. You know what I mean? I have no idea what Donald Trump's feet
No one
look
would
like.
creep Obama, actually, like the rumors about him. I'm surprised he hasn't been like, oh, I want to show my feet. And they're like, no, you can't. Mr. President, we're going to lose the second election.
But you know what's going to be hilarious? When Elizabeth Warren does the same picture with her disgusting feet up, she's going to try to pander with her wet hair.
Oh, no.
With her wet hair, just be
What
like...
if- I got it, right? Elizabeth Warren does a remake of, remember the Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
Mm-hmm.
When the chick's getting out of the pool?
Yes. And the top's coming out.
Elizabeth Warren throwing her like really short hair around. Like Phoebe Cates. That would be fucking amazing.
Oh, that was a feet shot, and it was on purpose. And you know why you tell it was on purpose? Because had she been walking around that balcony, standing on that balcony outside for a while, her feet would have been dirtier. You know what I mean? Because no matter if you're standing outside barefoot on a balcony, your feet are gonna get dirty.
Yeah.
You can't help it. You're outside. So she probably just took her fucking shoes off to go get the shot. Get the shot.
Her husband like did the carried her over
Exactly.
to the chair.
Get the shot. Get the shot.
The debate venue. Do a
You're
walk
right.
through,
Look,
get a
the
sense
wet
of
hair.
Where the podiums are, where the people are. Get ready for tonight.
Okay, the
gotta
gray
be-
streaks now. I'm annoyed.
It's too much.
I'm annoyed now.
If it was like a rogue, maybe a tiny little rogue streak,
That's
would be
the thing.
okay.
She overdid it.
It's too much.
She overdid it. She's got it. Like there's having a few streaks to show like, hey man, I got a lot of stress on my plate too. I'm working hard for you. And then there's like Cruella DeVille. You know what I mean? This bitch looks like Anna Paquin in X-Men. It's a little too much.
Remember when Pepe Le Pew was trying to go after the cat, and then the
course.
cat accidentally got white streaks on it? That's what she looks like. She looks like a sexy cat skunk.
When the paint got on the cat?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
And then for some reason, a cat getting a little bit of paint on it was an excuse for Pepe Le Pew to be a complete rapist. It was just a cartoon about a rapist.
A French rapist.
Well,
Be able
just
to work
rapist.
Oh, you're right. Good point.
Together. That's the reality. That
A
was
French
John Lewis.
rapist, or as we call them, Muslims.
Good night, everyone.
That's it. We're not going to.
Good night, everyone.
This message. That was Jim Clyburn's message. Otherwise, you'd never pass.
She did have bad acne. At certain angles, you catch it, but you could tell she had probably bad acne when she was younger, because she kind of has a little bit of the Kumia cheeks.
But not really bad.
No,
though.
a little bit. I'm not. It's not.
It's just you can tell, yeah.
It's not seal.
But still, yeah. I love that I wrote something like, "Would you?" Like that shouldn't
Ask.
even be in doubt. I think almost any guy would be like,
Yeah,
"Of course."
she is hot.
The First Step Act. That's the point, especially if you want to lead this country.
I mean, you have to just for the story, even.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of things you do for the story. Like, you know, there's certain chicks you go like, yeah, I would have to bang. Like, I don't know, who's a Tara Reid now? Like, you would have to bang. Even Tara Reid now is a fucking mess. You would have to bang her for the story.
She's famous.
But if you were to bang Tulsi, you also get the benefit too. She's not just famous. She's also hot. Like, she is a hot woman. No, it's someone said Ray Liotta face. It's not Ray Liotta face. Ray Liotta face.
Karen, that was all the delegates we had.
Karen, have you seen my proactive?
Karen, those were all the electoral votes we had. They were gonna find them.
Ethan Isaac, $5. Cernovich took credit for Gabbard's takeover of Kamala and getting her trending on Twitter. He even referred to himself in the third person when he did it.
Cernovich will take credit for the fucking sun coming out. How is that news?
He won't take credit for almost raping an Indian chick. I am the highway, $5. Hotep Jesus is a cunt, but I agree with his idea of paying for slavery. Only the Democratic Party should pay. Yeah, I've heard that too, but again, you can't do that. No, nobody should pay. Nobody. What was the best I ever heard? I'm sorry. Who was it that said we'll just take money from Israel and give it as reparations?
That was Pat Little.
Pat Little. Yeah. Obviously, he was trolling, but God, that's a good troll.
Yeah, Patrick Little just straight up said, "Look, we will give you reparations. It just has to come out of the money we give to Israel, and we can pay for it." And everybody was like, "Oh, you know
what you're doing,
fucker.
You know what you're doing."